Doesn't even matter what you do to your V6. People and growing up a Chevy guy, I have to say this is my most favorite sports car I've ever had. What's up, guys? Welcome to Revline 89. So today got a couple things I want to talk about with good old 4.0 Mustang, and just to quick get into a little bit. A lot of people make fun of this Mustang, our Mustang, because it's a V6. It's a 4.0 V6, and to get a backstory and understand why, people make fun of it because it was only 210 horsepower from factory. That's to the crank, not to the wheels. So, of course, the 4.0 got a reputation for being slow. Therefore, people make fun of it, even though, same body style, even though the 4.6 was only, I believe, 90 horsepower more for a V8. It is what it is, because 4.6 owners get attacked by the 5.0 owners, the first gen 5.0, and then the Coyote, the second gen 5.0 owners make fun of the first gen, and then therefore, you know, it never ends. So I say be happy with what you have, and I'm going to go into backstory on Procharging this thing and some other stuff, so stay tuned. Let's get a cold start first. So this is our 2008 Ford Mustang 4.0 V6. Don't mind the little scratch right there. We're having side vents cut out for it. 4.0 V6. So we get a lot of hate from people, all because it's just not a V8. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a 3-valve V8. If you don't own a V8, the Mustang community attacks you pretty hard. Doesn't matter what your car looks like. Doesn't even matter what you do to your V6. People attack. So, quick backstory, we were going to Procharge this. We had it all set up, all ready to go with a shop. Long story short, they said I got lost between the cracks, order was never placed, well over a month passed, and I said enough of that, and after some things I decided to walk away from that garage. They're not the kind of people that I want to be doing business with. So we then decided to go with another company, this time manually ordering and dealing with the Procharger kit. Before anything was placed, I spoke to them about it, saying, hey, do you have all these options available? Are all these options available for the 4.0 before I select them and before we go through the process? They said, yep, no problem. Well, it turns out that's not the case. A couple weeks passed. First, to start off, about a week after, oh, we're sorry, we can't get this part for the 4.0. Oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. So I had to cut out different options that I really wanted, and as week and week kept passing, oh yeah, they don't have this available right now, or this not. So we decided to, you know what, just to cancel that as well. Because I had a specific options I wanted, which they said in the beginning you could get them. Well, you couldn't. So the future thing that is going to happen is we will be swapping the motor out. For now, we're going to enjoy the motor, you know, 124,000 miles on the motor, runs strong, great motor. So we're going to run it for a while, and then we're going to swap it out. We'll see, we might do a Coyote swap, the probably 2017, maybe 2018 5.0, the one with 425 horsepower. We'll see. We may even go with the big block when the time comes, maybe a 351 or maybe a 351 Windsor. We'll see what we want to do. We might even do a 4.6 V8 swap, because I already have cams that I really want for the car. So, you know, we'll see. But for now, that's where we're at. You know, I take it as a sign. I was not supposed to Procharge this car. You know, with all the issues we've had and the lies, I'm done with that. So I take it as a sign that we're just gonna swap it someday, because I love this body style. You know, this body style, I just love it. I love inside and outside. I love everything about these S197 Mustang. I mean, I just love inside and out. Now, of course, we did some stuff, you know, we did brushed metal, decals on here, and the horse, of course. The horse, of course. Navigation, DVD player, CD player, radio, and some other stuff. But yeah, overall, I love this car. I love the S197. So there's no point in ever selling it, because I love it. It handles amazing. I just love everything about the S197. And oh man, it is hot. Excuse me while I turn the AC on here. Yeah, I love everything about the S197, and there's just no point in swapping it, because, or going with anything else. And growing up a Chevy guy, I have to say this is my most favorite sports car I've ever had. Not, you know, it's probably one of the slowest sports cars I've owned, but it's handles the nice. It's just everything about it I love, and you know, there's stuff I still want to do to it. So we're just gonna motor swap someday. When that day comes, you know, I don't know. We'll just, right now, I'm investing in the stock market and putting funds away. So we'll see when that day comes what we actually want to do. But we're not going to Procharge it, and I know some people are going to be upset by that, and which is very understandable. That people would be, because a lot of people were looking forward to me Procharging it. I can't say I won't, but it's a highly likely I will not Procharge it. It's more likely I'm gonna just swap out the motor and put a bigger motor in. The only reason I would put a 4.6 3-valve engine in would be strictly for the fact that I love how they sound with Mutha Thumpr cams. They sound phenomenal. I mean, they sound amazing. Just truly amazing with Mutha Thumpr cams, and with my exhaust setup that I have on the V6, I think it really would set it off just amazing. But of course, you know, for a 5.0 motor, you're not talking too much difference. you know, a little uptick in price for motor swapping and stuff, and then you get more horsepower. But I'll have to decide what this build is. You know, this build was never about horsepower, but I did everything cosmetic because everything cosmetic can be swapped onto another Mustang. So if I bought a 3-valve GT 2008, I could swap 95% of everything done to this car onto a 3-valve if I wanted to. And that was the kind of goal. You know, I didn't want to do too much engine stuff because you know, if I do decide to swap the motor, well, then that was just a waste. We were going to Procharge it and just keep it as is, and then someday build something else and never motor swap this. But I love this car. You know, I can't sell it. You know, I can't sell it and then buy something else. I love this car, so we'll keep this car as is for now, or, you know, we'll motor swap it someday, or we'll see what we do. I doubt we're going to Procharge it. After twice of being basically screwed over, I'm not really interested. Now, the second time I really wasn't screwed over, other than the fact that the company said, oh yes, everything on their website, everything that you can check is available for your car. They told me that before I even ordered it. They just wanted me to place the order so they got it locked in. That's my thoughts. And then it turned out, I would say 65% of the stuff I wanted, I couldn't get. So it's pointless, you know. You don't order something and then they say, oh, well, you got to downgrade to this and not have this and not have that. You know, you can't do that or you can't do this, and then go through with it. You know, you want what you want. That's why you want it. So it's not really their fault, other than they wanted to lock in a sale. The other garage, yeah, I'm not even getting into them. They're definitely the kind of people I'd never want to deal with again. I don't know if they're Christian or not, but there was no Christianity I saw that whatsoever. And yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Man, I love this car. I love it. So yeah, we built the car out very nice. I think I love the exhaust. I just love this exhaust, guys. I really do. I really love the setup that I did on this thing. I love it.
West Lincoln Avenue, then turn right onto West Lincoln Avenue.
Oh, you hush, you little GPS.
Head east toward West Lincoln Avenue.
You hush. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the motor as it is right now.
Turn right onto West Lincoln Avenue. Take the next right onto West Lincoln Avenue.
You take the next right. I don't want to. I'll take whatever I want to take. So I'll just enjoy this car as is.
10 miles.
You know, the motor, and then we'll just see what we do down the road. But for now, you know what? This exhaust so much. So I just can't imagine, you know, this exhaust on another vehicle, you know, a V8. Now, I've ran this exhaust setup on basically all of my builds that I've ever done. Let's put the windows up. So, you know, I got ideas from Chevy motors, but never on a Ford V8. Well, actually, we did a very cheap knockoff version of this exhaust on a 4.6 V8 F150. That thing was slow as a snail, though. We just did the muffler, and that sounded good, but not, you know, actual dual exhaust from the headers back and so forth. But yeah, you know, we're just gonna enjoy this car for now, and what we do with the motor, we'll see. If we Procharge, I think it would be a wicked machine, Procharge, for a V6, please understand. I don't consider 350 wheel horsepower a wicked machine, but for the V6, for what it is, I think it would really scream. But yeah, you know, that's the future, and it has nothing to do with people hating on the car. You know, people hate on the car so bad because it's a V6, and it has nothing to do with that. You know, twice I was going to go through and already do that, you know, Procharge it and keep it a V6, but twice things happened that were out of my control that, you know, I'm taking it as a sign that not to Procharge it. You know, and who knows, maybe the motor would have blown up. I don't know. You know, it's 124,000 miles, but you're adding another 100 horsepower or so to the car that's already a slow car, so you're making a slow car fairly quicker. You know, 100 horsepower is a lot for a car that wasn't really, or a motor that really wasn't designed for that. You know, there's guys who run 400 and 450. There was a guy that hit close to 500 wheel horsepower. He blew his car up, I think within a week of him doing all that work, and then I haven't heard of him before. There's a lady, you might even be watching that, I forget, what are you at, 435 or 400 and something? So hopefully everything stays good with your Mustang. But yeah, you know, I don't know, maybe for whatever reason things just didn't work out. So we'll see what we put under here. You know, I'm a Chevy guy. I do prefer Chevy motors, I'm not gonna lie. Of all the Chevy vehicles I've had, the Chevy motors, you get more bang for your buck, you get more horsepower for your buck. The Ford vehicles I've owned, the motors have not really made me too crazy excited, versus the Chevy motors. The LS motors, oh my gosh, they are awesome. Swap an LSX 454 big block in this thing would tick off a lot of Ford people, but boy, that is my dream motor. You know, 500 plus wheel horsepower LSX 454, they are awesome. But a lot of people would be pretty angry if I did that. There are guys who have LS swapped their S197s. I don't know if there's an LSX S197 swap, but LS1, LS2 swaps are out there. I don't know. We'll see, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And yeah, you know, I love the V6 Mustangs. You know, to me, it's not about horsepower or whatnot. But one thing I have been disappointed is not getting that really aggressive cam sound. We've already went the route with cams, and you guys, some of you guys know how that went. Tom Miranda basically scammed us, sold us over-grinded cams. Had them tested at 2 different places, and they were over-grinded. So luckily we did get our money back for the cams, not for the labor. 31 hours in labor, so that was rough. But you know, it is what it is. I guess there's another company, Super 6, that does cams. Half the time, people that go with them say their car never ran the same when they did it, and the other people, which only 2 people I know of that actually have the Super 6 cams installed and their vehicles running, say that the grind, you know, didn't really change that much idle. In fact, unless they have open headers, you can't really tell that crazy difference. I don't know, but I'm not dealing with that anymore. We're not doing any internal things to the 4.0. So we'll see if we want a motor swap. And there's a cop. We do not want to have our cam up where they can see, that's for sure. Don't give anybody a reason these days to pull over. So yeah, you know, I wish people would judge vehicles based off of how they look rather than what's under the hood. But hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching my videos. What motor do you guys think I should put in here? Again, it's not a definite. Maybe we will Procharge it someday, but I highly doubt it. I think I would rather just motor swap it and put in a nice juicy cam to to get that awesome sound, and that cam with this exhaust setup would be pretty awesome. So we'll just keep it as a 4.0 and then do another build, you know, whatever. We'll see what we want to do. All I know is I'm not selling this. I love the S197. I love it. I love it over the Camaros I've had, the Firebirds I've had, over the Chevelle I had. I love the S197 over basically all sports cars that I have. The only one that came close would be the 1989 Trans Am Firebird GTA. That inside was nice, it rode nice, it handled good. That was nice, but I do think I like this one a little bit better. It's just my thoughts, guys. Hopefully they don't upset too many people with what I said about swapping out. You know, we'll see what God has in store for this car and for my channel and for me. So thank you guys for watching. Please have a blessed day. Take care, guys.